is Ariel.
And I'm Jubair.
And we are the Foraging Family. We're so excited to film this video finally. We've tried to film it so many times, but we've never really liked the way it came out.
This is take 10.
I know. So I think we're just gonna film it like we're talking to a friend. We were trying to be all fancy and everything like that, but we realized the content speaks for itself. It's really just our personal story, our journey, and tips on how to move from the city to the country.
And may not be comprehensive, but this is based on our journey. We hope you are blessed by it, and let's get to it.
Let's get to it. About 6 years ago, that's when we really started our journey from moving from Miami, where both my husband and I were born and raised. We moved from there, left all of our family members and friends, and moved to Wildwood, Georgia. And that's where I studied medical missionary work, and
I worked on the farm there at the institution and learned a lot of the skills that I still use today.
I mean, we had a little baby. She was 2 at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, she was 2. That's what really got us started on just wanting to live out in the country and raise our family out in the. We want to be able to share some tips with you that will make your transition easier. We're not experts, but we definitely want to build a community of like-minded people to share information, to get together, because living out in the country is beautiful, but it has its challenges, and things are a lot easier when you have support. So that's what we're here for. So let's get into it.
So first thing you want to do is prepare financially. I know that is a huge concern when it comes to moving to the country. And that was a huge concern for us, especially finding work in the country, which can be, depending on your occupation, it can be challenging. You might need to travel maybe up to an hour away to a local city or town, more populated area where you can find work. So definitely consider the work that you can find moving to the area, your desired area. Country living is significantly more affordable than city living, but there are some costs, especially depending on what you want to do with your land. If you want to cultivate it for farming, for large-scale gardening, to support your family, that takes money to buy the equipment, power tools, tractors, etc. So definitely, like the Bible says, count the costs before you make the move.
Let me tell you, quick testimony. My brother and sister-in-law moved from Maryland to Alabama, and they were looking for a country property for about 3 years. Finally found a property up in the mountains of Alabama, and they didn't have a lot of the equipment and stuff, right? But the person that sold him the land had like tools and what do you call that? What's that?
0 point turn?
Yeah, the 0 point turn. All the things that they needed to have to cultivate their land and their farm and stuff. It was there, all for free. So it's just like amazing the way God works. Just pray. Keep on praying. Keep on praying. Our next one is know the locals. Do your research, especially for us minorities. There are places that we just don't want to go. Honestly, when you're looking we live in the United States, the deep South, and there are certain things and certain realities that affect us minorities, Black people. Honestly, when we were driving looking for properties, there were certain flags and paraphernalia that concerned us, areas we just did not look at because we heard that those were areas where like sundown towns. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Also, it was interesting, one of our neighbors was saying to look into sex offenders in the rural areas because it's so sparse. Many of those people have to be in a certain radius away from people, so they're most likely out here in the country. As parents to 3 little ones, that is something that we are concerned about, and so we definitely did our research to see who was near us, who our neighbors are, and moved accordingly.
We've been in the country maybe 8 years, and we haven't really had any, racially unsavory encounters or experiences, but that's not to say that they do not happen. Again, they happen in the city as well. I
would say more so in the city. I mean, I have heard of more encounters with friends that live in Atlanta who've had racial situations, and I have yet to hear of any out here in the country.
Our next topic is on nature and enjoying nature. We just took the other night, we took the kids out and we looked at the stars, and they were gorgeous, brilliant, especially without the light pollution that you would get in the cities. And just to be able to point to the stars and say, who created those stars? Our almighty God and Father. And so it's an incredible opportunity to get out and enjoy nature and just see how God speaks to you through nature.
Yeah, it is so beautiful out here. I mean, we have waterfalls that are less than a mile away from us, canyons, and we jumped off you jumped off of a blue hole the other day. The kids get to walk and play in the creek. There's animals galore. What do we have on this property? We have bears.
We have turkeys.
Wild turkeys.
Foxes.
Beavers.
Hummingbirds.
Yes, hummingbirds. Deer, lots of deer. It is so beautiful out here.
We get a lot of visitors.
Yeah, I mean, just look at us. Like, look at where we are right now. We are surrounded by nature, and it is absolutely beautiful.
Another really important tip is to learn how to grow your own food. That is one reason why we decided to move out to the country, was to start a large-scale garden for our family, to feed our family of 7. And that's exactly what we did. We learned how to grow our own food and learn how to preserve the food that we grow, can it, freeze it, all that good stuff. And we get the whole entire family involved.
Our goal is to be completely self-sufficient and supply 70% of our groceries through our own farm. And thankfully, my husband is an experienced horticulturalist, and we're able to do this step by step.
System going. Ooh, look at all those beautiful white roots.
They look yummy.
So, our next topic is expect inconveniences. One of my biggest frustrations living out here in the country is Amazon. Like, if you order things on Amazon, when we were in Atlanta, either came same day or next day. But here,
You can expect a 2 to 3 day delay, if not more.
And I think also, I miss Target. Like, I miss Target.
Target right around the corner.
Yeah. Like, when we were in Atlanta, Target was 5-minute drive. Now we have to drive 45 minutes to the next town to go to Target to get my hair supply, because you know what, sisters, we need to have our hair done. And obviously I didn't get there in time, so I'm wearing this and I can't get to my beauty supply stores because it ain't around here. So we have to drive. We usually make a monthly trip, and when we say we're going to town is Walmart. That's all we got. That's 25 minutes away from here is Walmart, and that's where everybody in town goes. There's no takeout or delivery, right?
Not up here. No,
Nope.
You're gonna have to drive and get your stuff.
Yeah. No
No Uber Eats.
No
No Grubhub.
Nope. Also, another inconvenience is just cell service and internet service. It's hard. Like, we're in this one spot where we can really get service, and it gets kind of frustrating. Like, if there's a storm, forget about it. If there is a cloud above your home, you are not getting internet service.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's just like another inconvenience you might have to deal with.
So next tip, what we're going to talk about is having fun, enjoying the country, enjoying living out in the country. It might be an adjustment because in the city, focus might be more on entertainment. In the country, more on recreation. So getting out and enjoying maybe a local blue hole, a waterfall, a park, enjoying the beautiful things available all around you.
There is a lot of work to do on a homestead if you do want to grow your own food and take care of animals. If you're building your own home, it could be a lot of work. We have a lot of friends who are doing off-grid living who do a lot of work, but they make sure to have fun while they're doing it. Make sure to prioritize family time. So it's a lot easier to do that here out in the country.
You will need some outdoor gear, the basics, good pair of shoes, work gloves, maybe a hat, and then all the other like equipment that you'll need. So I would say focus on the essentials, and then you can build your inventory as you move forward.
We were coming from Florida, and our Florida sandals did not work out here in the country. And we also recently had friends from Florida that came to visit, and they had like white Nikes and Adidas, and we were like, nah. We had to lend
They're gonna
them.
get scuffed.
Yeah, and dirty. And so we lent them our boots and stuff. And, you know, it's just very interesting to see where we've come from, because we were there at one time. We were not prepared for hiking and the dirt gravel roads. Like, there's no pavement here really unless you go into the main road. So those are just things to expect. You need that kind of gear. Those boots, the kids all have their boots and their sun hats. And then when it comes to winter time, if you live in a colder climate and get lots of snow, you're going to need gear for that. That's all stuff to just consider when you're moving out to the country. Another thing is the importance of finding a community, specifically a church community. That has been the lifesaver for our family, right?
It has. I'm an introvert, and I can say I have really enjoyed the community that we found out here.
Yes, and I'm an extrovert, and I need community in order to thrive and to live. And as a stay-at-home mom and homeschooling mom, I definitely wanted and prayed so much for a tribe, a village that would support our family, and that we could also be have a ministry to as a family. And we found that God provided that. We're not out here to just be isolated and to hoard up anything that we can. We moved out to prepare for heaven, to be able to share that with others, and just to have more time for our family, this gift that God has given us, and to enjoy his nature. So finding like-minded people that believe that too has been such a blessing.
We were in the city for a while, and we did not find as much community as we found within 2 weeks of moving here to the country. And so definitely God answered our prayers when we moved in faith rather than fear. Right down to finding us a community that we could be a part of. So everyone's journey from city to country life is going to look different. For some, it might be an easy, smooth transition. For others, there might come some challenges, some unexpected challenges. But just understand, definitely keep in mind why you are choosing to move to the country. That keeping that as a goalpost will keep you on track. Hopefully you found these tips helpful on transitioning from the city to the country. And if you have any questions or any additional tips, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, we really want to hear from you all. Thanks so much, and share this video with those you might think might find it helpful.
It has been such a blessing moving out to the country. Once we made the decision in faith, God has blessed us spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally. We're able to spend more quality time together, able to gain more skills out in the garden, and also share those skills with others. We have amazing neighbors now that we are able to share testimonies with, encourage each other, work together, and it's been such a blessing. We are so excited about what God is doing in and through our family, and we are so excited to share this journey with you. Be blessed, everyone.
Yay! Get off one more.